Good afternoon, dear students. In the previous lecture, we were discussing about the analysis of reaction turbine. Today, we are going to discuss reheat factor. That is one of the important factor related to the steam turbine. So, for understanding the reheat factor, first of all, we have to discuss what is reheat. So, for the understanding of reheat, we are going to draw a TS diagram. This is TS diagram, and this is the saturation curve. Now this is the boiler pressure line, and the steam is entering into the boiler at this pressure. So this line is indicating expansion of steam in the turbine, and you can see that this line is perpendicular to this entropy axis. It means there is no change in entropy. It means that this is the ideal condition. It is the isentropic process in which no entropy change takes place. But as we know that we cannot neglect friction. There is some friction in between the steam as well as the turbine blades. So now this expansion is no longer isentropic. It will be actual one. If this is 1, this is 2, this is the ideal condition. 1 to 2 is the isentropic process, and this 1 to 2 dash, actual one. So now, due to friction, there is some increment in the heat of exhaust steam. So this increment, that is delta H at the exhaust of the steam, is termed as reheat. And reheat is what? Reheat, according to this diagram, reheat delta H is equals to H2 dash, that is the enthalpy of the exhaust steam in the actual condition, minus H2, the enthalpy of exhaust steam in the ideal condition. Now this reheat concept is used to find out some more expression which are used to determine performance of turbine. So let us consider a TS diagram. This is the TS diagram, and this is the saturation curve. TS diagram, and this is the saturation curve. This is the pressure of the boiler, and from this point the steam enter into the turbine. If this is expansion in the turbine, if this is P1, and let us consider it is expanded to P2. Let it be S. This point be S. This is the ideal condition. And let it be A. This is the ideal condition. In the actual condition, it will be like this: S dash. Now, if we consider same pressure ratio means P1 by P2. Now we consider our new pressure, that is P3. So this actual line again diverge and take a new point. Let it be B. So it will be B dash. So what will happen? Taking the same pressure ratio, reheat start increasing. This value start increasing. So it is first stage. In this, reheat is what? Reheat is equals to, in first stage reheat is what, H S dash minus Hs in the first stage. And in what is turbine work in ideal condition? In this condition, in first, that will be HA minus Hs, this one, HA minus Hs. And in actual condition, what will be the turbine work? That will be HA minus Hs dash. So for understanding reheat factor is what? Reheat factor is defined as cumulative heat drop in each stage, divided by total heat drop isentropically. So for this, we again take a TS diagram. This is T and this is S. And this is the saturation curve. Now what we have done, we have take this pressure line P1, and again we have taken next pressure line P2, P3, P4. So starting from P1, let the steam is entering in the turbine from this point. So ideally, if we take only one stage, it means the isentropic drop is here, that is 1 to 4. But if we consider a stage, let it be stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So this is the isentropic drop taking these stages as one, the turbine which is working between P1 and P4. Now if we take a stage, what will happen? If we take 1 to 2, ideal isentropic drop in stage 1, this is the ideal one. And in the actual condition, what will happen? This is 2 dash. Now again, if we take that from 2 dash, it is the ideal expansion, let it be 3 dash. So again, actually it will be 3 double dash. In the same way, next, this is 4 dash. This is the third stage isentropic expansion, and actually it is 4 double dash. So there are 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Now what is reheat factor? Reheat factor means the addition of heat drop, cumulative heat drop, that is the heat drop in this 1 to 2, 2 dash to 3 dash, then 3 dash, 3 double dash to 4 dash, divided by the total heat drop isentropically in one stage, that is from 1 point to 4th point. So I can retain it as RF is equals to the heat drop in stage 1, that is H1 minus H2, plus heat drop in second stage, that is H2 dash minus H3 dash, plus heat drop in third stage H3 double dash minus H4 dash, divided by the total enthalpy drop in one stage, that is P1 to P4, that is H1 minus H4 dash. Now we can find out the value of H1 minus H2, H2 dash minus H3 dash, these values in terms of stage efficiency. We know that in stage efficiency, if the stage efficiency of stage 1, the efficiency of this stage 1, what will happen? H1 minus H2 dash divided by H1 minus H2. So what will be the value of H1 minus H2 from this equation? It will be H1 minus H2 is equals to H1 minus H2 dash divided by efficiency of stage 1. This will be the value of H1 minus H2, this one. Now we have to find out H2 dash minus H3 dash. So it will be efficiency of second stage H2 dash minus H3 double dash divided by H2 dash minus H3 dash. So what will be the value of H2 dash minus H3 double dash? Here is what is the value of H2 dash minus H3 dash? So from this equation, H2 dash minus H3 dash will be H2 dash minus H3 double dash divided by efficiency of stage 2. This will be the value of H2 dash minus H3 dash. Now what will be the value of H3 double dash minus H1? H3 double dash H3 double dash minus H4 dash, it will be H3 double dash minus H4 double dash divided by efficiency of stage 3. So these are the three values which we have to determine, that is H1 minus H2, this value and this value. So we have determined in the form of enthalpy efficiency of stages. Now what we have to do, we have to put the value of these three, in this equation in the terms of efficiency of stage. So what will happen? So RF is equals to H1 minus H2 dash divided by efficiency of stage 1 plus H2 minus H3 double dash efficiency of stage 2 plus H3 double dash minus H4 double dash efficiency of stage 3. Now what we do, we take efficiency of each stage equal. This is the assumption. Efficiency of stage 1 is equals to efficiency of stage 2 equals to efficiency of stage 3 is equals to total efficiency of stage. Now what will happen if we put the value of I have forget a term. This will be the numerator part divided by the enthalpy H1 minus H4, total enthalpy drop in the isentropic process. So RF is equals to, now you can see that this H2 minus H1 is negative and this is plus, so it will be cancel out as 3 double dash, and this is negative, this is positive, so it will also be cancel out. So the formula of reheat factor is 1 over neta S. Neta S is taken because we have considered all the stage efficiency equal. In bracket, from this formula, H1 minus H4 double dash, H1 minus H4 double dash divided by H1 minus H4. And what is the value of this? What is this? Now this will be, that will be H1 minus H4 double dash divided by H1 minus H4 will be isentropic efficiency of turbine. So therefore RF can be written as 1 by stage efficiency into neta turbine. So from this relation we can find out what is neta turbine. Neta turbine is equals to RF into stage efficiency. RF into stage efficiency. It means that if RF is 1, then neta S is equals to neta turbine. Efficiency of turbine is equals to efficiency of stage. So this, according to this relation, it means that if RF is 1, it means efficiency of this line is equals to the efficiency of this. So this RF is one of the important factor which will help us to determine the turbine efficiency. So in this way the reheat factor is complete. Thank you so much.